You are looking at a team of people who show up, do the bare minimum, and spend their lunch breaks quietly scrolling through job boards. The output is low, and the motivation is completely gone. The standard management instinct is to assume you have a financial problem. You think you need to authorize higher salaries, hand out end-of-quarter bonuses, or buy expensive corporate perks to get them engaged again. But that approach treats a symptom, not the cause. We are going to implement a 4-step, zero-budget morale turnaround plan that restores productivity without costing your department a single dime. These steps are derived directly from behavioral profiling protocols originally developed for elite government agencies and the FBI. They were adapted for corporate leadership by human behavior expert Dr. David J. Lieberman, detailed in his manual Lam Sep Kon Chi La Ngay Tut. Building a team that stays takes specific behavioral shifts. These 4 steps will provide the tools needed to rebuild that foundation starting today. Step 1 is launching the Big Idea Initiative. This reverses the traditional flow of instructions in your office, moving from top-down dictation to employee-empowered problem-solving. The National Business Research Institute analyzed why employees quit. The data showed that high turnover heavily correlates with one specific factor: workers feeling that leadership completely ignores their input. To fix this immediately, you're going to draft a message to your team today. Ask them to submit their single best idea for cutting costs or improving daily efficiency, and guarantee that every submission will be reviewed. Inviting your team to solve operational problems grants them psychological ownership over the company's success. When they see their ideas implemented, they view the organization's growth as their own personal achievement. Step 2 is the Hawthorne Praise Protocol. You need to strip empty, generic phrases like "good job today" from your vocabulary. They offer zero psychological value. The mechanics of effective praise were identified during a 1920s study at the Western Electric Hawthorne Works factory and its sprawling, impersonal drafting floors. Researchers tested various environmental changes to boost output, but they discovered the Hawthorne effect. Productivity spiked simply because the workers felt seen and evaluated as individuals by the researchers, rather than as cogs in a machine. Your action step is to publicly recognize one employee today using exact details. Tell them specifically what they did right, like, "Thank you for hitting that deadline. Your data analysis in the conclusion was incredibly precise." Tying your praise to a unique, specific contribution validates their individual worth to the organization. It fulfills their deepest psychological need in the workplace. Step number 3 is the personalized check-in. Many managers hesitate to ask about an employee's personal life, assuming it crosses a professional boundary. In a massive Gallup poll, productivity for workers who feel their supervisor cares about them personally spikes by 2.5 times. Retention follows a similar path. They stick around because the relationship has moved past a simple transaction into true investment. Schedule a 10-minute one-on-one meeting with your core team members this week. Make a strict rule: discussing work tasks is forbidden. Ask about their family, their weekend hobbies, or their outside interests. An old management truth: people do not quit bad companies. They quit bad bosses. Building a personal connection is your ultimate defense against turnover. Step 4 is the most counterintuitive: replacing cash with creative autonomy. Consider the case study of Marshall Industries. Management decided to completely eliminate cash incentives and commissions. The result was a massive increase in sales and an 80% drop in turnover. Relying on extrinsic motivation is a psychological trap. Attaching a cash bounty to a complex, creative task makes the human brain automatically categorize it as a chore, requiring compensation to endure. Your protocol shift is clear. Identify an upcoming complex project. Instead of offering a $50 bonus for completion, hand over full creative control and let the employee design the solution themselves. This chart illustrates the compounding effect of that shift. As reliance on financial rewards diminishes and creative freedom grows, you can see the profit line trending sharply upward. Granting an employee creative freedom changes their relationship with the project. They treat it as a personal masterpiece, putting in the effort required to meet their own internal standards for excellence. You now have the full framework. Implement the Big Idea Initiative, apply specific Hawthorne praise, establish personal connections, and offer creative autonomy. Your team will shift from clock watching to being intrinsically motivated. They will feel heard, respected, and fiercely loyal to your leadership, without expecting a cash reward for every effort. Do not wait until tomorrow. Execute step 1 right now by drafting and sending that big idea email before you close out of this video. In our next breakdown from Dr. Lieberman's Playbook, we will cover how to permanently shut down toxic workplace gossip using 4 simple steps. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it.